Hey, what's up? So I want to talk a little bit about personas, alter egos, stage names, aliases, characters, and some famous ones that come to mind is Slim Shady. That's a pretty clear persona. Then there's a bunch of stage names, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent. Then you've got other ones like costumes. You've got Sia, the singer. Then actors in a way are not necessarily personas, but the characters as well. And I think the whole thing around it is that it creates a little bit of space or distance between you and that character or persona. And when you embody that person, it almost gives you a little bit of freedom to do things that you wouldn't do as yourself. It creates a little bit of, I don't know if safety is the right word, but maybe safety net is the right word, in the sense that if you did something wrong as this person, as this persona, as this character, it doesn't necessarily directly relate to you because you were acting as somebody else. And I think you can get a lot of courage and braveness from that. Gives you a little bit of freedom, it gives you a little bit of slack, I suppose. And probably more obvious with a character or a costume is that people physically experience a different version of you, whether you're using an accent, whether you're wearing a wig, whether you're in a different outfit you wouldn't normally wear. People see that and then they probably see a completely different side of you, or maybe it's not a side of you, but just a different person. And a lot of artists do this probably for a number of reasons. Some that I can think of is one, it gives you courage to do things as that character. It's almost like going to another country and you don't want to break the rules or anything, but there's a little bit of potential grace if you were to accidentally cross a line because maybe you just didn't know the line was there. And obviously if you go to a country where you're not from, you want to be nice and you want to be cordial and all those things, but there is that. The other one that I can think of is maybe you want a name that's more memorable than just your standard birth given name, because maybe there's 50 other people with the same name as you. Or I know there's something in celebrity world where, if somebody has the same name as you, then they'll try to guide you into coming up with a different name just to be more unique, I guess, and be able to leave your own imprint and not clash with somebody else. And I also think when you're starting out, maybe you don't want people to just be able to find you on the internet and associate what you do creatively with who you are as you're trying to support your dreams of being an artist. For example, maybe you're working at a fast food restaurant, but on the side, you're rapping and you're cursing and you're saying all these flagrant things, which some people might see poorly, and it's a completely different thing that you're doing versus how you are in your work environment, in your professional work environment, but people tend to associate the things together. An interesting example actually could be that if you have a famous figure who was very popular at one time, maybe they did something or were portrayed in a light that was negative, that kind of tore them down a bit. Do you associate that negativity with their artwork if their artwork was really special? And so, there is a bit of separation. You could kind of point it to the same person, but yeah, it's an interesting line. But yeah, I think having a persona, an alter ego, a character, costume, whatever it takes to give you courage, make you brave, and be creative, be artistic, be productive, I think, as long as you're not being too foul and not being too vulgar, not being too disrespectful, then I think it's pretty fair game, and I think it can be used to your advantage if you use it well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.